Alright, welcome back to the next chapter. Number 13.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13, that's right. The Fiendish Ambush, I think that's what it
said. Fiendish Awakening.
Oh. See, I failed. I failed life, god damn it.
Ryu doesn't because he can run in circles endlessly.
Oh, this could go really good with the Benny Hill song. Waterway. Are we going into more water?
Honestly, no, not more of these stupid fish. No.
Oh, the fish! The fucking fish!
I thought I killed you when I first came through here. Get off.
These fucking fish.
I don't know why they decided to make them be so prominent in hard mode. In normal mode, they won't even have showed up yet.
Apparently the fish love you.
Where is Ryu?
He's wandering around here somewhere, My Excellency. Who knows what he's up to?
And the Dark Dragon?
To put it simply, it seems that the Dark Dragon, now free of its seal, is gradually absorbing the chaos of the battlefield and becoming a truly evil blade. It is not surprising that we did not know its true capacity, as the ancients were so careful to conceal it. Now, it is a weapon of extraordinary power, the likes of which have never been seen throughout human history. Whoever possesses it...
Do I sense greed in your voice?
Of course not, Excellency.
Good. That is wise.
If you're paying close attention, his eyes are moving.
I assure you.
But it just...
Who's this girl?
That's Ame. She showed up in the second chapter. More of these ghost fish.
Yay!
Like, I shouldn't need to use a fire wheel every single time these things show up.
Oh, you're gonna.
Just seriously, I'm running out of, like, everything. Like, I only have so much info.
Well, that's not good. And you're just hopping around.
Yeah. After all the troubles I was having, I decided to come back down here to see if the enemies respawned, and they did. So I went ahead and did this one more time.
Hammer!
As much as I like the Warhammer, I quickly realized it's probably not the best weapon to be doing this. The problem is, I have to be like in the center of all of them for it to really do anything. As you can see, I only got like 2 of that. Normally I could have killed the whole room with the double arrow.
Little bastard.
I got lucky there and got a few, but that's not quite enough. The only thing that sucks is like there's no timer for extra karma.
Right.
There we go, that's much better.
Yippee!
Yeah, like I consistently get an extra essence at the end of it. Because I'm killing at least 3 every time now. If not outright the whole room.
Good.
Although on occasion I'll miss and we'll have to spend an essence doing that. I'm really glad these things don't exist, because that'd be kind of freaky to have one of these in the house, wouldn't it?
Just a little bit. What would you rather have? These or the ghost fish in your house?
the ghost fish because those die in one hit.
Yeah, except in real life, it's not a fire alarm.
Yeah, well, in real life, I would not be held still just because one happened to touch me. I'd probably be hurt pretty bad, but
I'll keep them on the planet and I'll make them harm people.
well, yeah, after one run of that, I certainly got enough essence to buy stuff if I needed to.
Yay!
You know, after thinking about it, up until this playthrough, I've severely underestimated the double arrow. It's actually one of my favorite weapons now.
Uh-huh.
Because as you can see, it's incredibly strong, and it's got combo potential that none of the other heavy weapons have. Instead of doing one hit then another follow-up, you do one and possibly up to 5 follow-ups. And I found it odd that I chose to leave using the sewers. I just couldn't think of another way to exit from here. One that didn't require me to run into more ghost fish.
Yeah, you're trying to stay away from those fuckers as much as possible.
All the remaining videos are going to have at least LV, aren't they?
Probably.
I really hate these guys.
I guess we'll find out.
In fact, I hate these guys more than the ghost fish, and that's just because I take forever to kill. Thankfully, I'm pretty quick in these remaining chapters, so these won't be some pretty long videos.
Yay, no more hour videos! I'm sure a lot of people think, don't do that shit again. No more hour.
And do you think I'm trying to be a little too efficient with my items?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, remember back in chapter 13, how I left this one chest? Yeah, I'm going back for it.
Oh, jeez.
And the only reason I left it last time was just because I didn't have room for it in my inventory.
I'm still amazed that he's not cutting himself in some kind of way with a sword or something like that when he does a lot of those flips.
With the dragon sword, I understand, but this thing, I don't understand. I don't understand how he rolls in the first place with that thing on his back.
Logic.
Because, like, that, realistically, if he managed to do a roll like that, that sword would leave him dents in the ground, like shoveling everything out of the way.
It's a little weird.
Like, I can understand it not hurting Ryu, but I don't understand how he even completes the roll with that on his back in the first place.
I know, well, that person almost got you. That person's like, I'm gonna get you! God damn it.
I hate the increased price. If I ever play on harder difficulties, I just know I'm gonna spend a ton of time grinding.
Ooh, this is Pleasure Street. That doesn't look very pleasureful.
Oh, I take great pleasure in using Artisan Unituna. Because after all you have to do is just use it and everything in the general area dies.
Not too bad. Not too shabby.
Seriously, wouldn't you want to just jump in the air and zap everything with lightning for no reason?
I'd feel like God.
Speaking of which, I can't believe I missed that yellow essence. I didn't notice it till now. Essence doesn't seem to stick around as long in hard mode. It could just be me, but I wasn't gone very long at all.
Here he comes. He's like, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Damn it, I missed again.
In hindsight, this chapter reminds me of Chapter 8. It's one of those really short ones if you just outright skip everything and just go straight to the end. There's nothing stopping you from doing it,
but we like making it longer.
I mean, like, I just like making sure I'm prepared because I have to do all these in one run. Because, I mean, Chapter 15 especially, I thought for sure I was going to have to do that in 2 runs, but I ended up doing it in one long session.
Right.
So I'm actually quite amazed by that. You know, when you put tablets together, you should probably squeeze them together so there's no holes in the cracks. I'm trying to think of it. How does stone move, anyways? It's supposed to be like an immovable object.
I don't know. Ooh, go Ryu. Kick some ass.
I like how the area in Tyrone conveniently goes back to the village.
Yep. We're back in his village. And we got the paddle. We're gonna hit all those freshmen.
I just felt like maxing out Art of the Inferno. Although I learned something very unpleasant in this mode. I could have used my jewels on anything, and you know why?
Why?
Because not long after I find that I end up finding the another 2, like within the next chapter or 2.
Oh damn.
I mean, like if I was gonna find them that close to each other, then it really wouldn't have mattered.
No, not really. Welcome to the graveyard.
Now, Ryu, seriously, why couldn't you have taken this with you before you went to Tyrone?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Like, it would have spent the... I mean, I can understand you not knowing putting it into the blade, but seriously. You had to have noticed that it would have fit. It's a glowing jewel. I mean, look, you put it in the end and then your sword is glowing. In fact, you probably had to have known that before Han told you about it. That's just what I think. But in case you didn't, then I guess that would explain it.
Whoa.
Perfect, the boss is right here.
Alright, let's do that.
I'm just glad I have the True Dragon Sword. A level 4 weapon.
Jeez, this isn't gonna take very long. Yeah, 130 seconds, you already got him down in half.
I actually struggled with them.
Oh.
Threw a shuriken at me while I was in the middle of charging. How dare you?
God damn it.
I think I eventually just say screw it and start guillotining him.
That sounds like a good idea.
Because this chapter took me several runs. And one of the runs, I actually had to leave to go eat. Eat like at a restaurant and everything, so like, so when I came back, the system turned off.
Oh,
so I had to start over.
yeah, I'm really sorry, I'm dead some ninjas right now.
I think I went for guillotine when I got tired of not being able to hit him. That, and I didn't want him to constantly use an info on me. Especially not after what I have to deal with after this. Yeah, this was much easier.
Yeah, I guess so.
I can see why in mission mode they don't let you use the guillotine throw. Because it's really easy to catch him in it.
Yep.
However, what I wasn't expecting was these.
Oh, fuck. More fish.
Get off it. How can that thing getting on my ankle stop me from moving entirely?
I don't know.
See, I got another demon seal. And more ghost fish.
And more damn goldfish.
Seriously, hard mode should not be hard just because you put so many stupid fish. But I am thankful that they didn't just replace all the bats with ghost fish. That would have been a true nightmare.
I think this is karma against you for buying that frickin' fish in Pokemon. You buying that damn magic card. This is payback.
Yeah, as you can see here, I've already gotten the second to last jewel.
Okay.
But you know what's even worse? Actually, I don't understand this. Why do they even have a portal here? I mean, sure, it makes sense to bring it here, but they could have just omitted this entirely and it would change nothing.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I mean, all it serves to do is give you another method into the caverns. Or another way out of the caverns if you entered it through the normal way.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you know what? The next time I play this game, I'm totally gonna try that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the thing in Tyron and then ignore the True Dragon Sword by entering the caverns.
Oh, what is going on here? Ooh, watch out!
I don't quite understand the purpose of this game.
I don't know.
But I do like the music here, though.
Booby, watch out!
With your own flesh and blood to sacrifice, receive now your awakening.
I don't get the purpose of this. You can just, like, it looks cool and all, but what was the whole purpose of that?
I'm not sure. Damn it, Rio, you're too late.
Okay, how can he be alive without a brain? In fact, how can he have working eyes?
That's a good question.
I hate this boss with a passion.
What the hell?
You know, in that cutscene, it looks like he's got the sword behind him, like, right up to his head. But then, yeah.
Oh, shit. There we go.
My problem with Alma is you can't, is that she's mostly immune to the Flying Swallow.
Yeah.
There are times where you can't hit her with it. And there's that attack. All our attacks do crazy amounts of damage. See, I just bounced off of her. But the Flying Swallow is also the only real way to get her on the ground so you can't attack.
Right.
And if you're not careful, look how much damage that grab does to me.
Damn.
And you can't pause the game until after that. And see that? I took extra damage. I made sure to unpause it so that I wouldn't just be healing and then getting damage immediately. I mean, like, I already fought an extra boss because Evil Ryu doesn't even show up in normal mode. And then now I have to deal with this.
2 bucks for the price of 1 popcorn.
I was honestly worried about how I was going to fight her at first because I never fought her on hard mode. But then again, in mission mode, where you fight virtually every enemy all over again, even on normal mode, they take place as if they were in their hard mode variants. So in reality, I actually did have some practice. I just didn't really think about it.
this is good damage.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to knock her down. Eventually I got tired and started zapping everything. Turns out that it's a lot more effective than I thought it would be. The point is, it knocks her out of the ground, allowing me to hit her.
Right.
And it automatically kills the enemy when they spawn. It's so much easier when you can just automatically kill your enemy.
Yeah.
And then just knock them down. Like, the animation's a short fight, but she was just getting back up and I knocked her back down.
Right. There you go.
I thought the chapter would have ended immediately after this, but apparently not.
And the bitch is down.
So, being honest, I kind of feel like I wasted the Great Devil Elixir.
Now the time of the awakening
Those are pretty expensive.
truly at hand.
Like, why couldn't I have waited and then just... Oh, lightsaber! Give me a sound effect for that.
I'm sure there is one somewhere. No, boobies, you can't die.
I'd be a bit more worried about Ryu, since he was like right up there.
Whoa.
This is
That's
not
a version of Poison Army. I'll just leave the sword there.
I still don't get how Doku's even alive. Now, Ryu, how did you survive that? If you were up here the whole time, shouldn't you have been caught in the explosion? In fact, how was Rachel okay from that?
Ooh. Yay, it's time to paddle, people.
I just wanted to see if that could break stuff. Turns out it couldn't.
Come on, it's a freaking paddle. You can't do shit with a paddle.
Yeah, but it theoretically weighs nothing, but it feels like a tank when you hit stuff with it.
I understand that, but it's still a damn paddle.
It's still gigantic, and Ryu can swing a 100-pound thing at the same strength as a paddle.
I understand that, but like I said, it's a freaking paddle.
Why is there even a map of this place? It's so tiny.
I don't know. You know, it's pretty much a one-pad door always needs a map. There's always a map somewhere.
Oh, guess what?
What?
The last jewel.
Yay.
All in the same freaking chapter. Seriously, if I knew that I got 3 of them in one chapter, I would have just been spending them more haphazardly.
Yeah.
Because after all, there's like a total of 6, I think.
Ghost fish. Nope.
I never understood the purpose of this place. This really should have just been a quick puzzle, not a put this here and I have to deal with this crap. That's just me, though.
No, I agree with that.
And the fact that these things are dropping red essence is why I feel I wasted my elixir.
Damn.
Because seriously, I could have potentially gotten them all back, or if I didn't get them all, I would have used the small elixirs, which are much cheaper.
Right. Bless you.
I wasn't too worried about grinding for essence because at this point I didn't really need it.
Cool.
But I wasn't going to say no to free essence though.
You can't do that.
Because I just knew somewhere, somehow, I was going to need to do it again later.
Exactly.
I think there was a red and blue essence mixing with yellow, so that was like purple for a moment.
Ultimate technique.
What I don't understand is, after all the karma I've gained here and the lack of time I spent, well, I'll bring it up when it's relevant.
Alright.
Which it will be in a few minutes.
Yay. Go fish.
Life of the Gods, it's near the end of the game where they start giving you a lot of these.
Well, I guess you can't necessarily complain.
No, well, actually I can. But for reasons that why do you think I would complain about that?
Because they probably would have been a lot more freaking useful if you had them earlier.
Well, yes, but that's not my reason.
And I don't know your reason.
My question is, why do I have to do this again? I don't see the purpose of this other than to pad out game time.
I don't know. I guess it's just get to slice them off. Slice and dice.
That's exactly what I planned on doing. I didn't really need the essence, but I just want to get out of this room. If I didn't have to deal with this, I could have ended the pyramid part in less than 2 minutes.
Oh well. You get more time to help you there. Don't enjoy it.
In fact, why would they make me do it a second time without giving me a chance for karma?
Because they want to be a pain in the ass.
You know, at this point I'm willing to believe that.
Good. Alright, here we go again.
Also, this is a pathetically easy puzzle. I mean, like, all you had to do is just move things around. Realistically, it wouldn't have taken you more than a couple minutes.
It's easy as pie.
And even then, it probably would have taken less than a couple minutes. Okay, here's where it became relevant. That's a lot of score for such a quick chapter, don't you think?
Yeah, it is. What are you gonna get? Rare Ninja. Oh, shitty ninja.
I was a master ninja last time. What happened?
You were a shitty ninja.
I mean, I did almost everything that I could have been at the time. So how did I get so low?
I don't know, but you're a shitty ninja.
Well, that's enough for this time.
Yep.